Yes. Yes. You, okay, she has a note. Cool.
I never say anything about somebody getting pregnant
Oh.
unless I hear it. My wife has gone, she said something up to a girl, I said, you ski so well.
Yeah.
I got 6 months.
No. That's funny. Thank you. No, I've heard a man do that to a woman before, and she was like, "I'm not pregnant," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I wanted to melt into the wall."
Sure.
I've thought about doing that personally to others, but I figured that was probably
No, that's,
a little much.
that's a good room or something.
Everybody come to order. The called November 18th meeting of the Sherwood Planning Commission will come to order. Call the roll.
Jones. Here. Hoskin.
Here.
Patel. Clough.
Here.
Middleton.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Williams.
You have received a copy of the minutes of last week's meeting. Are there any corrections or additions? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Jones.
Abstain.
Hoskin.
Yes, sorry.
Clough.
Aye.
Middleton.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
There will be no additions to the agenda, okay?
Okay.
Item number 5.
Amendment to the Sherwood zoning code regarding chapter 1418 schedule of uses.
Good evening. So in front of you, there was a printout of the schedule of uses. The request is pretty simplistic. Back in September, a request came before the commission to rezone the property located at 8900 Highway 107 from R1 to R3. Planning Commission recommended approval of that application. We took it to City Council. They did not concur with the finding of the commission, so we came back with an amendment to the code to find a suitable zoning district in which residential care would be appropriate. So with that, staff recommends an amendment to the schedule of uses to permit the residential care by right in general commercial C3.
This calls for a public hearing. Does anybody wish to speak for or against it in this vast sea of people? Hearing none, the public hearing is closed. What is your pleasure?
No, I think this is very appropriate, so I make a motion to approve the amendment.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second to approve. Call the roll.
Jones.
Yes.
Hoskin.
Aye.
Clough.
Aye.
Middleton.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Amendment to a recommendation regarding a rezone request at 8900 Highway 107 from R1 to C3.
This calls for a public hearing. Does anybody wish to speak to this? Hearing none, will call the public hearing to a close. Understand that if motion is to approve this, that would be an approval of the rezone, and I would suggest pending the council's approval of the prior motion to change the zoning code. It would not go to the council if it's approved by right. You follow?
You're going to say that
Yeah.
one more time.
Follow, but I'm not sure how we say it.
Yeah, say that one more time for me.
In my mind,
Okay.
the motion should be to approve as pending approval of the city council to the amendment to the zoning
Oh,
code
yeah,
to
yes,
change to by
yes,
right.
yes, sir, I understand what you're saying now, right. Because they need to act on, yes, they need to approve what we just approved.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Make that motion. And I'll second it.
I got,
I'm gonna see you make it.
okay. All right, so, motion to approve the rezoning pending the approval of the amendment to the schedule of uses.
Second.
Call roll.
I still don't understand why we're even doing that, honestly.
Okay, we'll have discussion.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay, so,
I went out of order. and all.
no, you're fine. The council actually needs to approve this.
No, I understand. They're
Before
going-
we can do the second thing. So there's
So
a,
we're approving it, but it won't go to the council at that point.
they'll go
It
at the
would
same
just-
time, like we're getting them at the
To
same time.
clarify,
Yeah,
the past
okay.
motion we made was a recommendation to the
That's right.
council as a conditional use.
No, I get
But
it.
now,
Yeah.
it's by right.
I get that part. I just didn't I was a little confused on
Yeah.
why, if it was gonna be approved by right, why we'd have to put a disclaimer on it.
Because the council needs to
Approve
approve this as a zoning code change.
Yes, and we don't set their agenda, so we don't set the order in
Y-
which they would approve
yeah,
these things.
that-
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it now.
It will go on the agenda so
the-
that what you just did first will go before that.
So
They'll-
therefore,
they'll get it in the
we
same
don't need
order.
a caveat on the approval, right?
Well, we're gonna
Well,
have
well,
our
yes.
expert, or will we?
So
Yeah,
the-
yes, in the sense of if they deny this change, the second one is a moot point.
Yeah.
We
rezone
don't need them to
request
deny
is-
this and approve the second, the.
There is a
rezone.
current reason, it's been read, I believe, 2 times at this point. It is a rezone request on the agenda
Gotcha.
from R1 to R3.
Okay.
Right.
So what would the council do with the ordinance on the books that's been read?
It can just fail.
We
to
could have
get-
a motion to substitute the new ordinance for that one.
That is my intent.
But the request was for a conditional use. What happens to
The
that?
conditional use hadn't yet made it to council level yet. They were 2 separate items. And it was all
Okay.
contingent upon, the
Okay.
conditional use wasn't quite ready
There we go.
to gain approval through the commission yet.
So the only thing in front of
So
them
it
is
was just the
not
rezone.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Okay.
So we can amend that,
Is everyone clear?
yes.
We
I
have a
need-
motion on the table. We have a motion and a second.
I was
Jones,
going to ask, but I need to add, do it.
Aye.
Hoskin,
Aye.
Clough,
Aye.
Middleton,
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Is there a motion to evacuate the premises?
There is a motion to evacuate the premises.
I'll second it.
Second, yeah.
Jones,
Aye.
Hoskin, Clough,
Aye.
Middleton,
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
That's a sweet. There we go. So city council